Let's look at the AFC playoff picture. The Patriots grinding out that win against the Bengals. They are the 1 seed. The Colts fall to the 3 seed after the loss to the Chiefs. Broncos are the 2. Ravens, now after winning and the Steelers losing, the Ravens are atop the AFC North. Right now, they would be the 4th seed, even though Lamar just doesn't look healthy. They just don't seem right. Patriots right now are the 1 seed. The problem is they lost their left tackle, Will Campbell, probably for the season. Their left guard got hurt. I don't know his situation, but those injuries mounting for the offensive line. Drake May had his first bad game probably since like week 1. I think that's going to be a really big issue. I was talking on this show last week how I thought the Patriots were the best, most complete team in the AFC at the moment. Those offensive line injuries really, really scare me, particularly Will Campbell. If he's gone for the year, I think that could really hurt the Patriots. They're probably going to win the division. I think they're in a good spot there. I don't know if they'll be able to hold Denver off for the 1 seed. Denver, they just keep executing. I don't believe in Bo Nix. I don't think he's a great quarterback, but he played great against the Chiefs, and that defense is elite. And when you have an elite defense, not just good, not just great, when you have an elite defense, I just don't count you out of anything. I think you can do anything you want to do. And that's where the Denver Broncos in. The Colts, probably in a good position as long as they, don't drop anything crazy. They should win the South, host a playoff game. The Ravens, I think because of that division and how weak it is, they're going to win it, although I don't think they're a real threat. Maybe if Lamar gets healthy down the stretch, they will surprise us. Until I see them look better, Lamar just doesn't want to run. You can tell he's not very healthy. Even when he's throwing, he just doesn't look quite right. I'm not putting a lot of stock in the Ravens until I see quintessential Lamar Jackson come back. Doesn't mean they can't do it. It absolutely could happen. We could get to the first week of the playoffs and boom, there he is. He pops off and they could go on a run. I'm just, I got to see it before it happens because he just doesn't look right. Buffalo looks bad, but this is one of those years where every team is flawed. Despite their flaws and despite getting manhandled by Houston, they've still got Josh Allen. It's going to be probably good enough to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to miss. I don't see the Steelers or the Dolphins knocking them out. I don't think they're going to fall below the Jaguars. So they're going to be in. The question is, how much noise can they make? Could they go to Denver, go to Indianapolis and win a playoff game? Maybe. Indianapolis probably more so than Denver. I don't like them against Denver. That's a tough matchup. Jacksonville Jaguars, they won today, but good Lord, Trevor Lawrence is just not very good. He is so inconsistent, so up and down. I love how anytime he makes a mistake, the camera immediately cuts to Liam Cohen because you can just see the disgust on his face because he's doing a pretty good job. And he's like, man, I can only manage the quarterback so much. Trevor Lawrence just not what we want him to be. The Chargers, I don't know, man. They're also up and down. The injuries, I really have no idea what to make of the Chargers. I think the Steelers are irrelevant. I don't think they're in this conversation at all. Even when Rodgers comes back, obviously, he's better than Rudolph. They need him, but I don't expect them to be a threat as we move down the stretch. The Texans and the Chiefs, they're going to play each other, and that's going to be a huge game. 2 weeks ago, as a Chiefs fan, I wasn't worried about it. Now I am, because just like I said with Denver, when you have an elite defense, you can do anything. The problem with Houston is a lot of the season, their offense has been bad. Like the offensive line has been bad, which leads to CJ Stroud kind of being terrible. Do me a quick favor, look down and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not, hit that button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. All right, back to the video. Lately, these games with Davis Mills, he's played solid. He's done what he needed to do. So if they can just get, mediocre play from their offense and CJ Stroud, if they can just be competent, be smart, not turn the football over, and continue to unleash Anderson and Hunter, the Texans could go on a run that might surprise some people here because that defense is awesome. I would love to see a Texans-Broncos playoff matchup. That would be awesome. And the Chiefs, you can't count them out because of Patrick Mahomes, obviously, and Andy Reid. The Colts win is big, but they are in such a tough situation and they're behind all these other teams on the tiebreaker. That's why they really need to beat Houston and win out down the stretch, assuming none of these other teams collapse. Obviously, Miami's not a factor. If the Chiefs get in, could they make some noise? Perhaps, but I'm not ready to say everything's right with Kansas City after one strong performance. So the AFC completely wide open, because right now, if you told me any of these teams, Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, Texans, I could see any of those 7 winning the AFC. I don't think the Jags could do it. I don't really see the Chargers doing it. Maybe I'm wrong. But Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Bills, Texans, Chiefs, maybe Ravens. Those are the teams I think that could win the AFC, go to the Super Bowl. So this is anybody's game. These next couple of weeks mean a lot because there is not a lot of room for error.